Hey, scooters. Come on in here. Hey, scooters. Please thumb up this video. Okay. I hope that my scooters are getting out here. They should be here any minute now. How y'all doing today? Blessings. Hey there, Joycey and Zoe the bully. Zoe is ready to come home. I know what she's saying. Nana, I can't take this and all that. One more day. When you say we was going home, y'all, I don't know if I spelled her name right, but I did the best that I can because y'all know I have one of those lifts, one of those accents that I have. So I do the best to impact what I'm trying to say. Sometimes the phone can hear me real good, and sometimes it just do whatever that it wants to do. And me, ain't worse than the damn phone. I just let it go. Yep, that's right. So y'all, let me tell you something. As we remember, let's go back. How should we go back? Should we go back? Should we go back 20 years now? And the reason why I said 20 years, I have to look at my kids. And the reason why I said that my kids, let's say 21 years. So if my daughter is 29, it goes on the last, well, I'm talking about Montel show. I think so that it been going off. She was 9. Nope. I think so. It was going on maybe when she was 6 years old. So y'all, let me tell you, I'm just saying, y'all. I been doing some research, and I've been doing on some psychic research. I'm sorry that y'all have to come and listen to me with this time of the night. But and I talk about this here, but guess what? It's something for us to talk about and think about. Y'all remember the lady Teresa? Remember she had used all that spray can on her hair, and her hair was puffed up like a beehive? Teresa. And also too, as you look at Teresa's face, she had that white hair, that white wig on her face, and it stayed puffed up with a lot of can of spray. She was around here with doing psychic reading. Sylvia Brown was doing it. Now, I did was in between time, I was trying to catch up with the young man, Edward. Edward was very, very good. And let me tell you something. As these people talk to you, these psychics, why should God, the Lord, tell them your business if it's about me? Now, I know what y'all said, here come the prophet, but still yet, it's my life. Why should he tell you what is going on, what happened in my life, and I'm living it? That's why I says to us scooters, nothing like, come on everybody, coming on, but thank you before bed, thank you, Nurse Arlene. So that's why in life, a psychic basic, everybody is warned before destruction. So what a psychic tell you, they are guessing in your future, and sometimes they base it, look, the way how that you dress, that they can say that, oh, you got a business, a man gonna come in here, he gonna try to take over your business, and they just, because basically people can look at you and say that, yeah, she poor, yeah, she a hood, right? And it ain't got nothing to do with how you dress, or how many tattoos that you got on you. Some people just basically look at it like, most people can look you up and down, and that can read your body, that I want that. It's a man. When a man look at you, he reads you all the way down. It make you feel very, very uncomfortable. To you want to say to him, why are you looking at me like that? Know why? Because he is undressing you. Come on now, y'all got to be grown to know about this. He is all undressing you with his thought in his mind and what he gonna do if he were to get it or get him to get that. Okay? Because let me tell you something. Did in fact with when a man do that, he ain't up for did in fact with a relationship with you. He just come there to see that he can knock it off. He ain't giving you no money for to get your hair done. You was too easy. One thing about a man don't like no easy woman. He don't like no woman that is a begging woman. Because if he your man, he see what your needs and your wants and what needs, want, and what he like for you to have. He sees that. Now, I want y'all to listen to this here, what I'm saying. Y'all, if y'all haven't been in our younger age, all of us got a story to tell. Those that didn't, do not have a story to tell. You are the blessed one. You dodged it. You know, family members, as they are SAs in your family. You know how they do that? Because basically they be watching you. And did in fact with a man can undress you. Y'all, I'm going somewhere with this. Come on in here. A man can undress you with his eyes, the words that come out of his mouth. Now, dealing with that with a lot of these young ladies, like the candy store. You get them $5, they think about, I'm talking about back then when things was cheap, I would say, less expensive. You get them that, they can go by and buy a mini lounge later, pig feet, pickle egg, barbecue potato chip, and a strawberry soda. They can buy a whole lot with that. But I want you to come in here and go with me with this here. I need you to come and go with me with this here. Let's go back to Sylvia Brown. Sylvia Brown, for what I understand, she was born, y'all, I'm just going to go back just what I can remember when I was basically like doing my deep dive into people. Sylvia Brown. Sylvia Brown is an old damn woman. Sylvia Brown was born in the 40s. No, the late 30s, the late 30s, the early 40s. I think it was 1946 when she was born. Now, as you know, we all, as a little girl, and we do, and still as adult, we still have imaginary friends. We can get in that house and we can talk ourselves. We even can put on the music and dance ourselves to death. Like we in the like we on the that we at the club, and we'll be dancing, cleaning up the house all at the same time. Cause basically that's how our mind leave us. Basic is that you don't need nobody around to have a good time. They just play the music. Sylvia said that she had this here let me see, a make-believe friend. And I'm going to give her this name here, Isabella. That's not the name, but I'm just trying to call out her name. Isabella used to tell her everything, this, that, and that. Wait a minute, hold up. Sylvia, just as one think it, she'll said it be. Like today, when I fall down, I said I was going to get down there and lock the brakes on the wheel on this butcher block that I was standing on. I said that. I'm going before I do this here, get up here, I gotta lock these legs. No Isabella or nobody coming. That basically is a conversation, and I'm speaking out of my. That's a conversation I'm having with myself. But I got so comfortable that I got up there anyway. Forgot up one thing, and that the first thing come to your mind that you the only body understand did in fact you are the first one to know before destruction come. Mm-hmm. Cause you got some common sense, right? So today I got up there putting up some curtain rod. And my God, today that flow had done caught me. The flow did not move. The floor didn't throw no cushion to save me. Only thing it know that I would say that flow had caught me. Now I want y'all to come and go somewhere with me. Remember, I had knew it had already come to my mind. Lock those brakes that this thing would roll. You rolled it in here. You're gonna have to lock those brakes. Anyway, y'all know on top of the butcher block, you know that you can slide it to the side and then it'll come back together. Okay, that's what I was standing on. It was already on my mind that I got to lock these brakes. Because this thing here will roll. After all, I the one that rolled it in the living room. Y'all come and go with me. Don't stay at the door now. I need you on in here. Sylvia Brown. Sylvia Brown said that Isabella, y'all know that I'm making up a name. Isabella always talked to her and this, that, and another. When you are by yourself, it's a lot that can come to your mind. That's why that you shouldn't be afraid about being alone. Because you are the company that you need is you. You need all that dealing fact with thoughts of mine. So she said when she was a little girl, she used to talk to things used to come to her mind. And again, we just giving her name. The name was Isabella. Y'all know I'm just making up a name, but I'm just saying. So anyway, she said Isabella would come to her. She would talk to Isabel. Talk to the girl, Isabella. Say that she go outside. She'll run around out there in the field with her and Isabella. Now, see, Sylvia, that is a mind thing. That's why a lot of people that you see that walks around and talk to themselves, they could not take control. That situation is that nobody's not there. You can talk to yourself when you home. But walking down the street and laughing, people gonna look at that you crazy. Now, a lot of people that's in the psych ward, that's basically how they got there. A lot of them. Now, we not talking about the kids that have a disability. Those are different kids. We talking about the ones that in this psych ward, the ones that you hear they walking down the street and all that. Because guess what? They could not separate it. A mind over matter. They could not. And then they start living in it. They don't got so comfortable. They don't care who watching them. They'll be at the red light just talking and all that. This ain't like y'all. We in the car talking to ourselves. These people here talk themselves, laugh, and everything. Have a good time all by themselves. I had a good time by myself. I always have a good time by myself. But that flow gave me a waking call. Wake up. This is what happened now. Who is going to save you? Because we are the floor. We are not moving. Now, we going to catch you, but we not going to move. I don't think y'all like this type of teaching, so I got to tell you that. So, this effect with Sylvia Brown. She had this here make-believe Isabella. She said Isabella tell her this, that, and that, and so forth and so on. Okay? That's what she said about Isabella. Isabella warned her before this, that, and that, and so forth and so on. Y'all, again, when things come up upon us in life, it shouldn't be no surprise because we was warning. We were warned. Did you see the warning? I know I seen the warning, but I failed to act on to it. So, all right, okay, we'll see you when you get on this here flow. You climb your big ass up there. We'll be waiting on but here. That's what the flow say when you come down. Okay, because we going to catch you. Sylvia Brown had a make-believe Isabella that she talked to. She liked being by herself and a whole bunch of stuff. Yes. hmm One thing about let's talk about a kid. One thing about a kid, when a kid, if you leave one kid at home by themselves, tell them don't touch the stove. Back in the day, don't turn on the stove. Don't do this. Don't let no stranger in the house. All this stuff here. You know, you'll come back home. Your house is in full attack. The child probably don't took 3 or 4 naps. The TV is still on. The child is basically, yeah, still too. Yes, you're right. You're right, Nurse Arlene. That's why I got my big behind that flow called me. It'll do it every time when you don't listen. Um, and wait a minute, hold on. And the common sense about this here way that butcher block, I was so dumb. If I roll it in there, I should have known to lock the brakes because it's still moving. My God, today. From that hour to right now, I got a big bump in my knee, and here I am. Okay. Sylvia had this little playmate that the playmate went with her everywhere that she go. She talk and she have so much put ice on this. Okay. I thought I was gonna got to put the heat pad on it. But okay. Anyway, Sylvia Brown talked to her make-believe friend. Sylvia Brown had met her a man, and both of them was in the make-believe world. Talking to themselves, talking to, maybe he probably talking to Roxanne and she was talking to a Bella, whoever she was talking to. It's a thing that called this. Y'all just listen to the story. I'm gonna point it out to y'all in the Dovenisha way, and then somehow or another we gonna work this here thing out. Y'all got idea what I'm coming from. It's just a thing that called like how we have a National Notary Association. We always have that area up in New Orleans. Okay, it's a thing called the Psychic Association. Psychic Association, and you can basically like get psychic. You can donate money to it. It's like a big organization dealing fact with the psychics. It's just like a notary. You got to pay your money every year and you'll be a part of it and you'll get all the reading letter. Okay. I do remember, and if you about my age, you remember. Y'all remember when Sylvia Brown got into finance? If you don't know, I'm going to tell you that. She got into a bad financial debt. Sylvia Brown was going to jail. Whether they had said that they were sending the money to I'm talking about y'all, millions of dollars. They had learned the path, how that you can maneuver yourself through the government without paying tax. Her and her husband had it down pat. Somehow or another, life was looking for them both. Because that people kept saying that Sylvia was fake. Sylvia came out here on these streets. Now, she was already doing it with trying to do psychics with her friends. Her friends them told her, say, Sylvia, you got this thing, girl. Go ahead and psychic the world. In 1973, 74, Sylvia showed her head. Her name wasn't Sylvia Brown. Her Brown was the married name. I cannot pronounce her last name that she had her maiden name, but Brown, the man who she married, he was a Brown. Her and that man had got into federal stuff. Feds. I can't really remember how the story went that did they go to jail, but anyway, however another how it goes, Sylvia flipped the script and told them she didn't know what was going on. It was her husband that did this here. He dragged her in there. She was afraid of him. He was going to pull out her hair, bust her nose, all this type of stuff. Come on, somebody. Said that he dragged her in there. But anyway, they had to pay a big fine. They was going to prison. I'm talking about millions of dollars, $8 million, millions of dollars, what they had on swimming out the people with this psychic thing. But they said that they were sending the money to the National Psychic Association. The government watched them, watched how they was moving. People had made, reported them this, that, and other. I do remember Sylvia Brown had said, y'all got to come and go back with me. Y'all remember that with what it called Demi Moore? You remember she was in the city that I'm well known in Pompano Beach, Florida. You remember she played this here part. It was a stripper that she played, and somehow or another, somebody was kidnapping her daughter. It was some kind of little show that it was made right there in Florida. Because I was working to the dentist next door, dentist restaurant. So, and every night around my life, I think like 9 or 10, they close off and block off the road so they can do some kind of scene that they going to do for this here movie. Yeah, it came out. I think it called a scripper. Okay, don't count me to it. So, I do remember, ladies and gentlemen, that she had said that they making a movie about her, like she said on Montel. No, she said on Montel. She said it somewhere on somebody else's show. They were making a movie out her life, and Demi Moore was gonna play her. She said that they were so they had gave them some kind of hefty fine. Her and her, I'm talking about it was bad, and she had messed up her name. So way how that, cause people didn't trust her, did the fact that she are a scammer. They had did a show. The man had on a suit and tie. She was trying to pick the man, telling the man he got a business partner and the business partner gonna take over. The man said to her, he was looking at her. He spoke Germany. The guy couldn't understand what she was saying. Basically, what he was saying is that I don't speak English because you speak German. But the guy was sitting there with a suit and tie on, just smiling at her. She looked the way how he dressed. Now she gonna undress him. Oh, you got a business partner. The bottom line that he was the only German guy. Sylvia Brown, when they came after her with this here, Sylvia Brown said that all the people in the chat, they were from Germany, and nobody, Germany speaker, and nobody did not tell her they speak a different language. Okay, they went and did the back and the research on this. Yes, they did. Come to find out, it was only one man that spoke German. The whole chat was English-speaking people. Okay, that got her into some trouble. She even she went to a lady, was trying to convince the lady, did it fact that, oh, you going to have a marriage problem, but you going to get through it. Just I'm telling one thing I'm going to tell you, did it fact with them psychics. Their job is to base it to weaken you, did in fact that if something bad is coming out, something that going to upset you, then they put you on high alert. Then if you go back to one, they going to tell you It's only for 72 hours. You know, things change. As the stars and the moon move around, things change. That just was for now. This is how they play it. Because I had a friend, he, it was a prophet. Oh, y'all, excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to leave my leg up. Excuse me 1 second. Ow! Wait a minute, y'all. I'm trying to put it on the pillow. Okay. Give me a moment. Trying to lay it up here on the pillow. Okay, come on. There you go, girl. Okay. Whew. My God, today. Okay. It was this psychic. This prophet. The prophet came to the church. The prophet came in the church with a big hat on, but he had 4 or 5 young dudes was escorting him in, and they had on some long suits. I mean, the coats on the suit were so long. I mean, they were just about longer than the pants, and all their pants need to be hemmed. So anyway, they one that was coming in for he come in. They comes in and open it up and open up the door for him. He comes on there with a hat on his head like the king is here. I don't arrive. So anyway, how they know that I didn't follow up with stuff like that. But then again, you know, she was my friend. She was like trying to help me deal in fact with get myself together, deal in fact with the loss of my husband. So I need to be around somebody. So anyway, I follow her deal in fact with the church. I want y'all to listen to me. I follow her. She listened to this. Back then it was like a spiritual Christian radio station. Whoever come to town, you can tell me and her be on the road 6:30 in the evening. We go on to the for the psychic man, the prophet. That's what they call him. So let me tell you this here. The prophet, the man from Macon, Georgia, told her that her husband was fooling around on her and just y'all, they just trying to pick you. They trying to pick you. For you to sit up there and say that, oh, I didn't know that. They try to put stuff on your mind. So this is what they did. My friend went home. She confronted her husband. Her husband said, babe, no, that's not me, so forth and so on. So, okay. The next night, because the man was having a 3-day or 5-day revival, she goes to the church. I went with her. When church was over with, now this is the saying that when church was over with, she called him to the back, talked to him in the back of the church. And she said, talked to my husband. My husband is not playing on me. My husband don't have no outside children, this, that, and other. He told her that was for that moment. This could have happened in his past life. It ain't necessary that it have to happen to you. What I told you is something that went on in his past. So guess what? She believed that. Which that before him and her got married, yeah, he was a rolling stone. But still yet, you supposed to be the prophet. You supposed to warn me, in fact, what's going on in the future. I was long gone with my husband. Me and my husband married over, now I'm telling you how I was going with my friend. Her and her husband married over 20-something years. Yes, he used to have a lot of girlfriends in the past. But when they got married, they didn't have, that was cut out. Now, I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying. Let's go back here over Sylvia. They will mess with your head. They will look on your finger and see if you married. And they always tell you something that going to upset you. That make you think about it. Oh my God, really? I didn't want to hear this. But anyway, that's how my friend was. They is getting it to me how they use the Bible for the conveniency to, I would say, to upset us. How did they deal, in fact, with the prophet? You see what's his name, Larry Reed, how he played around with it. Now he got that old fathead boy Tyrese trying to do the same old thing. Now, let's get back here on Sylvia Brown. Sylvia Brown, the show was on TV. She basically was telling the man in a suit and tie, a man is coming for his business and all this, and the man started smiling and looking at her. When they give the man the mic, the man spoke German, and they told her, he don't speak that, you got to speak German. She said, well, this is my German talk. Just watch your back. That's my word in Germany. Okay? When she went over there to this white lady, trying to convince this white lady of something did in fact with her husband, this here, and then do you know somebody by the name of Joe? He got a fat head, he got hair around here, he got beady eyes, and all this here. Now, one thing about it, I'm gonna tell you this here: they can base it. These psychics, they can base it like go in their mind and think about and try to picture a face that they have saw somebody, that they have seen this person. Now, when she said he got beady eyes and did, you know, first thing I came saying, no, that's a Japanese man or something. That's what she thought. The lady, did she say it's unright? She asked the lady, it's unright. The lady say, no, I don't know what you're talking about. No. Did she say that? Don't worry about it. It's gonna happen. This is what Sylvia Brown say. And you know what? And I'm gonna tell y'all, those that happen to get ready to go to bed and just write this here down. Listen to the documentary of Sylvia Brown. Y'all gonna put everything what I said. You remember now, I always change the name because I don't know nobody's name. I always get everybody's name. And you're gonna see exactly how that what I'm telling you, I'm somewhere in that family that it can remind you, this is what Dobie was talking about. Okay? Sylvia Brown, she was on TV doing that, what that girl did, what that girl name? Call Me Now, that girl right there. The Call Me Now lady. Sylvia Brown was in millions of trouble, her and her husband. How they swindling people out of money. When they found out about Sylvia, they script Sylvia and her husband. They script them for everything. They had to pay big fines for everything what they had did and sell out. Sylvia Brown, when y'all seen her come on Montel, she had on the same different design shirt. Y'all remember we used to wear those blouses and it came like with the like a little vest with it or something. Anyway, she all the time going on Montel show dressed like that. All while Sylvia Brown was really exactly how that she looked. She didn't have no places to go. She was stripped down. When she went on that show and was trying to get them people some psychic, she had failed. But not me fall down, but she had don't fail because that whatever that she was telling the lady saying that no, that's not true. Then she say, oh, don't worry about it. You're going to meet somebody just like that. Just be careful. Now, let me tell you about Sylvia Brown. Y'all thumb up like my video. How y'all doing, baby? So, anyway, Sylvia Brown had fell flat on her ass. Sylvia Brown come back out here and said that they was making a movie about her on Demi Moore was gonna play her life the beginning of the story, because that they had slammed her out here in these streets like mud. I remember that, but I really ain't know much about it. But I do remember. All of a sudden now she started hanging around Montel, and Montel went through a certain type of sickness. That's when she came on Montel's show. And Montel, when we seen Montel, Montel just looked at, he just looked some kind of way, but it did not look normal. He hooks, she find Montel, so every Wednesday it was Sylvia and Montel's show. People would ask her about this, that, and other. Who, where's their child? She would go and she would go exaggerated in her mind, saying something about this is what she came out with when she got caught. Okay, when she get caught, she blamed it on her husband. But later on, as she get on Montel, she say, "Well, Isabella guide her way and tell her this, that, and other." Okay, okay, call it Isabella. Okay, I call it common sense. Okay, that's fine. So as that she was saying that, she got in good with Montel. She even had Montel food about that. It wasn't nothing wrong with him. And he went on and believed exactly what she was saying. She even told one lady, this is where the case, the Anthony case was going on. Woman did not know. Oh yeah, it's there. Put it on. What's that lady name? Sylvia Brown. The Sylvia Brown. Just put it on there on YouTube and you'll see it. Now, as y'all know that I'm paraphrasing this whole story with allegedly because I'm just pointing. I'm just saying to, but this is true. I'm not saying in the direct order. I'm not saying the right name. It ain't that I'm trying to do this. It just I can't damn remember. Okay, now she had hit rock bottom when I seen her coming on Montel show. She looked like a bad lady or something. But no offense to the word I just used. That's how that she looked. She looked like that. Like she was living in a shelter to me. As she got on Montel's show, things started building her back up. When I seen her come on Montel's show, it seemed like that she was a cat lover lady. That's how bad that society had to knock her down. Now, I want y'all to come and go with me with this here. That's how bad society had to knock her down. When she got on Montel basically built her up, dealing back, telling people to believe her. But let me tell you about the Montel show. When they peeped game, the producers and them there saying that she was back at it again, scamming and doing that, and she was doing it on Montel's show. Montel's show didn't come back on. You know why it didn't come back? Because he didn't want, I'm just going to say it in my mind, a liability. She had told them that back then it was Big George Bush. George Bush. She told him, not the son, but the daddy. She told him George Bush was sick and then he was going to die. He wasn't going to make it. What happened? George, she said that because people were saying that because, we didn't care for George Bush anyway. But goddamn, we'll take George Bush before we take this goddamn man, what we got him, that Trump. She wore those big, yeah, you remember those big blouses that she wear? And then it seemed like that, that it like was like a vest thing. And you know how that, it looked like a sweater that's on to it. That's what she wear. When you think of her, you can look at her, if you can go focus like how my mind is. She looked like a bag lady. She pulled herself up on Montel's show. She lied about somebody was looking. She had lied. Hold up. They in Montel's show when the Casey Anthony stuff was going on. They in his show. Because guess what? Because all what she was telling people, and she was saying the SA word and all this with it, all the while she was giving them the description of Casey Anthony. I forgot what the little girl name. Casey Anthony daughter. She's in the woods. She don't been molested. You can go and find her right over this, that, and another. So the people follow up with all these leads. Montel had so many people in there that they had to be, some of them had to stand up. And Montel believed everything that she was saying, but didn't fight with Montel's sickness that he had. Sylvia, you went and Googled that. And that's how you came out here, that you know so much didn't fight Montel in his sickness that he had. That's what you did. So didn't fight that. So that make him more believable to you. This is the real deal. I remember the word what he said. This is the real deal. My friend Sylvia Brown. I remember the words. Just when the Casey Anthony case was coming on, Sylvia Brown described what was dealing with Casey Anthony's daughter. She told another lady that story. Because you remember it finally came out case that what had happened to the little girl. Now I want y'all to come in here and listen to me. Yes, yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. So she took this story. I don't know what the little girl name, but anyway, I'm gonna say Casey Anthony, and she used that to tell another lady when the people was coming there, where my child? Will they ever be found? Who did this? She used that, but no, but make sure, let me tell you something. She didn't say Casey Anthony. She used Casey Anthony's storyline, did in fact with her little girl. She used that on the lady. The lady somehow or another went and looked whatever that she said, because the lady them been looking for a daughter, been looking for people for a long time. She even said that George Bush Sr., he was going to get assassinated. All this stuff that she had not said. George Bush did his own 8 years, and he's somewhere in the nursing home. He's still here. How they managed to catch Sylvia is when she told the lady, now make sure y'all get me right. Some of you understand what I'm saying. When she told the lady about the child was in the woods, and that's what they had left her at. All of a sudden, I would say, the chat was like, oh. I remember when she was sitting there on Montel's show, and she was saying that. All the while, she was telling the lady the story. She didn't say Casey. Y'all want to make sure y'all understand me. She didn't say Casey Anthony. I think that was Casey Anthony. She didn't say her name, but Casey is going to trial. She pulled out the words that were dealing back of what's going on, and she used that to tell the lady. The whole chat, some had their hand over their mouth, eyes scratched open. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. That poor child. Oh, my God. But they weren't thinking about that was the Casey Anthony storyline. They didn't do that. They how that Sylvia told the lady it was her child. Child, that lady went out there yonder, knocking down trees, sticks, hopper grass, iguana, everything and had her a search team trying to find her daughter. All the while, that was the Casey Anthony story. The producer them, something did about the Montel show group. You know, hey baby, come on in here, sugar. I see you, baby Mac. Come on in here, honey. I'm on story time. Come on in here. Don't leave me hanging. I say, come on in here. So let me tell you, people were frightened. Oh my God, that poor lady child. How long that she been gone? She been missing since 13 years. I mean, everybody been missing. It been a long year. So if you tell somebody basic that that even if you tell somebody even 6 months or 3 months, they know already if they child was out in the wood, they know that child basic is gone. What I can't answer, what do you think, so lady, that you going lady in the audience, what you gonna find out in 10 years? You still want to know the answer. You crying and your husband crying, want to know what happened. And get what Sylvia Brown went and flipped the script and started telling y'all about the child was tied up to a tree and all that. All the while it was the Casey Anthony story. Ask those folks around there yonder, what was uh helping out Montel with his show. Somebody went over there out there, yeah, somewhere do grandmama house through the woods. Came back and told Montel, that's the Casey Anthony story. Montel didn't give us no notice, no warning. He didn't even tell us he was mad. Montel show didn't come back on at all. Montel could not revive from that. So I'm gonna say, y'all, it's been about like 25 years. It been dealing back with the Casey Anthony thing. That's what Sylvia Brown said on Montel's show. People went and see their lawyer because they said that Sylvia Brown lied to them. That was the Casey Anthony storyline. You had people in the audience crying. After that, Sylvia looked down their face and told damn people raccoon, possum, red ants, all that. That's what had on. That's what her child was. That's what had to happen. And then she said, you ain't gonna recognize her. You may see some bones, but it's all over the place. That's what Sylvia said. All while it was the Teresa. I wonder what happened to Montel. He is all I'm gonna say that Sylvia Brown called for Montel to be off. Because that Sylvia Brown had told the lady in the office, in the audience, the Casey Anthony story. You know what Casey Anthony little girl was named? And Casey Anthony was the one that did that to her child and all this type of stuff. Well, Sylvia Montel always had Sylvia on every time. It was Sylvia Wednesday. She sit up there looking like that. She got a house full of cats. Y'all remember that shirt that she always wearing? Not, well, not tank up, but her dress style was just like that. Her dress style looked like Kmart back in the day. We're going to say Sears. We can't say JCPenney. Sears back in the day. So anyway, let me tell you. Oh, yes, it did. The crew, the people were shocked, hands over their mouth, and everything. But Sylvia can say what happened to the lady's child. But guess what? What you ain't playing it. She ain't playing it. The lady jumped out and said it was 10 or 13 years ago. Sylvia kept on and saying, I'm just telling you basically like what had happened at the end of the time. No, you told her the Casey Anthony story. Now I want y'all to come on in here. Yeah, you remember Sylvia Brown. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And those of you that want to basic do some checking it out, you can do like Sylvia Brown, did it back on YouTube, what had happened. And that documentary, I basically like, I looked at them, but my attention span was very short. I went to somebody else to see what else they were saying. So basically, I went through three of them. Well, really, two. And trying to pick out some points that really like, oh my God, this can be my story time. This really what happened? So anyway, here we go. Montel kept that bad lady up there on his panel. It was that woman every Wednesday. Then they turn around and start letting her come every day. And as you notice, she started dressing a little better. Other than that, she used to come over there, sliding her feet. Then when she started getting a little piece of corn from Montel, and people calling her, then she started dressing up like she went to J.C. Penney. It never was Macy and got her something to put on. So, okay. Millions and millions of dollars what her and her husband did. They had to pay back so much millions of dollars. But they had said they were sending it to the, hey, come on. I just read she had not one. Yeah. Yeah, nurse, Nurse Arlene, yeah, she didn't have nothing right. And then also too, they gonna show you some shows. Y'all go back and look at it. They gonna show you some shows what they were recording, basically like did in fact with her. I cannot see Montel. I understand Montel. I think so. When they found out about it, if they were to had that show and probably had her on there, that mean that I don't know if I'm saying it right. Maybe they uphold what she was saying, even though they was warned, get this woman off of there. This all this. I think so. This is she had real long. Yes, she did. Yes, she did, Matt. She had then, and if you didn't know, she always wears some kind of sandals. I think so that she was sort of kind of humped over or something. She wore the same type of hairstyle. That hairstyle been with her basically all her life. That hairstyle. So I think if this is one of YouTube rules. If somebody's on the channel bashing somebody and you let them do that and then stop them, that means that you is all in fault. And they hold it to the channel holder. Now, feeling fact with Montel, I think, I'm just saying this myself. When they found out, they stopped it right then. So if Montel were to kept on going with it, I think so they could have sued this show. I don't know. I'm just saying. Yeah, regular hairstyle. Yes, she did. So I think so that they could have went after his show because that if you know that something not right, why are you? Only nobody do that is the detrash people around here, around this here B-sex and stuff. You know something not right. You're going to play with the mind of the people to get them to see things your way. Anyway, them folks went through there, yelling around the way to grandmama's house, throw some lawsuits again on that. I did not hear in the documentary that they throw some against Montel. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. If it happened, that because I didn't listen to the video all the way through. I went to another one and see basically what is really going on. Yes, if Montel didn't get her off in that show, especially they had known about it, but that she had, that she was a fake. That means that Montel was upholding and you was a part of the fakeness. Now, I can see why Montel did not come back. Because, yes, I think that would have dragged him, not like not like Jenny Jones, but would have y'all know how to put the word together. What I'm trying to say. If he, you right, Montel. No, you don't have to shame her out in the public. Uh. Just call her and tell y'all won't be recording no more, and then everybody's out of a job. That was better for you to do that, Montel manager them, for you to do that, then to let her come back out there. Because they had don't found it. They were looking for it. They found it on Montel show. Everything what she said, her movie deal coming out, Demi Moore, all that what she said, it could not be found. And then adds up, okay, I was watching it last night. Adds up when you see that documentary, you can see the date when that documentary was took, and the movie did not never come out. Everything what she said ain't never happened. Never happened. She always put the blame on everything. I was a young girl, but my grandma would love. Yeah, the Montel show. Yes. Um, she could have did what she did to her husband and say that it was all Montel's fault. She could have did that. That's how she did it back with her husband. They had robbed so many people and was telling the people they was from the foundation from some big people. Oh no, they had their own foundation, part of the foundation called the Sacred Organization. I'm just trying to paraphrase. Come to find out, the feds them watch her and everywhere. When the time when they caught her, she said her husband made her do it. Okay, let's just move on with that. When it coming down to your face can give people a whole deal of impression about you, your face. Sometimes your face looks so shiny, people would say that I want that look right there. Give me some of this here. Your face can tell everything. And majority of time that goes to these here, seeing these here prophet, majority of time it be the ladies. Yeah, it be some men, but majority of time it's a lady. They want to know. And I know y'all don't like this, but church people, yeah, she should have known her future. She did know it. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she was talking about the book that she wrote a book, and she have so many books or this, but in the book, child, they went, y'all got in the book, she told several different lies about that, who did what. Um, in the book, it wasn't the same. How that she switched up. She said she would live till 80 and she passed away. So I mean, don't play with God. Yes. Wow. Wow, man. So how could a person tell you so much about your life and they not even watching your life? Sylvia told them people, said that, yeah, she told them people, oh, well, you gonna meet somebody. She said it's a fat man, white man, he sort of kind of stuff. She described everything with that man, like from head to, he got a short hair, he got a beard right here, he got this, he got that. This is what she got. You know him, he sort of kind of, that lady said, Then she said, well, you gonna meet him in the future. And everybody that Sylvia talked to, somebody was after them, was trying to get next to them, take something from them. Montel had started bringing her on every day. And Montel sit there and with those wrinkles come across his forehead or whatever. Praise God that whatever that he was going through, people was coming. They put the people up in front, the ones that really, really, like that lady and her husband and was talking about her child, and then this other thing. But people like dealing back on Montel, is my husband fool around? Could you tell me anything? Know what that them ladies there did not get the mic. It always was them women that now good and well 6 months from now, 4 months or 3 months, if somebody happen to fall overboard, they is gonna fall over. They gonna float back up. That's why some of them crazy people put a brick or stone that put them to make sure they stay down. What they fail to understand that down in that water, that dirt and that dust down there, it's still moving around. It gonna loosen up and they gonna float up to the top with the brick on their damn leg. I don't mean for it to be fun and cute. He wanted to. Yes, he wanted to. Yes, he did. He wanted. I don't know where did Montel lost it. I don't know whereby he lost that. But he brought that woman on every Wednesday. It was Sylvia Brown. Then it came out. It was him and Sylvia Brown every single day. Now, Sylvia Brown is dead. Okay. That's her own God. That was the best thing. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. You know what I think so that she died from? Cause he wasn't nowhere else to run to. Montel show don't go on off. They didn't even tell her if Montel was sick that morning. It wasn't gonna happen. It just ain't show up. All because that Sylvia Brown was able to Google what's his name? Montel sickness. And then Montel said that she a psychic. Y'all, that's Sylvia Brown. She hurt a whole lot of people. She let a lot of people be left hanging. Nothing but with her damn lies. All the while that, baby, it was common sense when you were playing with Bella. Bella didn't talk. It did in fact, but common sense. Anything before destruction, it gonna be a warning anyway. It's up to you to follow through. Same thing how that flow caught my ass. Sylvia Brown, y'all. If you were to, I think her son, okay, yeah, her son started, it rub off on the son or what to do. Her son started doing it too. If y'all look at the Sylvia Brown, I don't, just put in the search in the Sylvia Brown. Y'all gonna hear everything what I'm saying. How I patching up and y'all can be able to put it down. Yes, her son had learned the family history of what to do dealing back with money. Mm-hmm. Let me talk about this here. Y'all remember Teresa? Teresa was a Cuban lady. She had that white hair. And it sat up with a lot of spray starch on the damn hair. It sit up somewhere. It sit up like a beehive. Her and Peggy Bundy were wearing the same hairstyle. That's when she was out here. I forgot what her name was, Teresa. She was over there in Staten Island. Y'all got to tell me something. I know. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. He's so, yes, he was. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. I thought so, yeah. Yes, Teresa was a psychic. Okay, let me tell you about Teresa. The people outside getting ready to come in. Some anonymous people. Yeah, she had white hair. You remember that hair used to sit up like a beehive? And she can use some spray. Cans. She had so much spray to the FedEx had to bring it to the door. Cause she used so much spray, she couldn't make it to Sally's Beauty Supply. My God, today. She had so much spray starch on that damn hair. I told y'all it was like a beehive. Her and Peggy Bundy were wearing the same hairstyle. So okay, so now y'all with me. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Teresa. You know, Teresa husband. You around here trying to tell everything about my business. But why you ain't know that your husband was playing around behind your back? Okay, Miss Psychic. You even told your husband on live show, I'm going to see what you doing. I'm going to burn a candle and they going to let me know. And I'm going to read this in the book and this and they going to tell me what you doing. She basically lost it. And I'm going to say that she must have got that the camera was rolling. Anyway, they wind up getting a divorce. I think they had 2 kids. Teresa had lost it. Yes, her husband was good looking. Teresa had lost it. Did in fact that she couldn't, did in fact with her personal life and her show life. Now let me tell you something. When they do these reality TV, y'all better start lying. Don't tell them damn people the truth. Don't tell them the damn truth. And don't tell them nothing damn bad. Because that's the part they're going to take out. That they're going to take you and they're going to use that against you. Long as that you on TV or even you walk around, they going to use that. What you said, they going to use that on them. On you, your own damn words. So, Teresa husband, y'all, I don't know what her name is, but just put Teresa the psychic. You will see her. She got that white hair on back, looking like a damn beehive again. Her and Peggy Bundy, some bees can go in there and live in their house. They wouldn't damn feel it or know it. A lot of bees. Now, let me tell you this here. Oh, okay. Oh, Kaplusa. Pluto. Okay. Yeah, that was Teresa. Teresa husband, they wind up getting a divorce. They spread Teresa out here, out in these streets, all through Staten Island. They spread her out like dirty clothes. Now let me get back to what let's say I'm gonna like producers of her show. They would go out there yonder. Hold up a second. Yeah, Teresa was in a big place. This is what not like when they came at her house. This is basically that she was doing a show. But you know what? I like the Teresa tan. Yeah, she had a nice tan on her. She wasn't no ugly woman. But her husband just wouldn't keep his thing in his pants. And she always lose it on the station. What that she was gonna burn a camera, she gonna see what he wanted. She lost it so much. She said she was gonna stop. She was doing some cursing. She was gonna stop that. I'm gonna put it like this here. I can't remember the exact word. I'm gonna stop that hoe. Yeah, she's still doing to it. No, no. Anyway, they peep her game. She had producers out there talking to the people. So how old your child? How many do you have? So what they did was, y'all probably heard, they put a tape under the chair. Teresa knew what chair to go to out in the audience. And she would read the people. That because that the producer them had already got the information and gave it to Teresa on a paper. So Teresa already knew what chair to go to do the psychic on. But it was not true. If y'all think that, yeah, okay, you heard about that? Yeah. So anyway, I'm trying to use the phrase put something under the chair, but somehow or another, Teresa know who to go to, and she'll spill out all this. Oh, your baby, this here, now. Oh, you did all this type of stuff here. That's what Teresa did. Teresa got busted. Turn out basically she was a favorite, but her husband put her through something on that show. Let me tell you about Teresa. Teresa can be there doing her psychic reading. The lights will go on and off. She tell them it's the person who they talk about and all this type of stuff. That's what she tell them. All while that was a part of the show to dim their lights, this, that, and another. Now don't get like the person that coming to their house. They already don't drill the person and don't gave it. I mean, they used to go to Teresa's house. I think Teresa went to their house. Anyway, she had enough information on them to entertain them for that hour. She didn't even know the people. She didn't. All of it did with an act. And then the people, I think y'all need to come on here. The people house that she went to, they was in on it. Now, what was out there? Did she have it? Yes, she did. Yeah, she had a nervous breakdown. She had a nervous breakdown over her husband. He on the show. She really lost her cool, and I think so. Her show. Oh, even down to her husband. I think she had a son and a daughter, but I know. I think I see a little boy. I think I can remember the boy was like a teenager. Her husband came out here and said that she was a fake too. A fraud. Yeah, her husband came out there and he said it. But they had an old nasty piece of dirty divorce. But Teresa, she'll wear those little mini skirt. Teresa loved more than him than she did love her. But and I gotta take that back. She used enough spray starch on her head because it was stiff. Her husband was a good-looking Italian. I'm going to call them Italian. Because dealing over there on Staten Island in New York, there's a lot of Italian people over there. Because like Big Ann and all, I'm just saying. They known about dealing back with Staten Island. So, her husband said she was a fake. They had a nasty divorce. Teresa loved that man. She forgave that man a whole bunch of stuff. Dealing back with him. Yes, he loved it, Teresa. But he basically fell out of love with Teresa. And I need y'all to come and go in because dealing back with the show. After a man keep on hearing you saying the same old story, and then every time they get very, very worse than the last story. Yes, a man would get tired of your damn lies. Yeah, women get tired of you like that, but sometimes when people lie so much, it gives the next person a damn headache. Like when this shit when this here mess come to the end, this is gonna crumble down real bad. And I got my friends, I got my mama, and I got all this here basically looked at her husband. She loved that man. She loved him. I think so. She even had a dog. I think so. She even was cooking, not having no cooking show, but basically like just doing regular household thing. Maybe was a shame. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And I'm gonna say this: did in fact with these shows, That's what break up to me, myself, the relating. Like, okay, it's already good. Yeah, honey, you can do the shirt. And the money coming in good. But when you see how that you got the money, it'll make you do fall out of love with the person. Because we had to go through all this here for to be talked about all this here with your crazy ideas. I thought it was a good thing for you to have a show. I'm just saying, didn't think with her. I ain't even talking about the Atlanta housewife. All them been divorced, but they several of them had husbands when they got here. Who that didn't divorce them or who ain't passed away, they still ain't with them now. All that, let's go over here. All that dealing back with Teresa is all basically like a, I don't know to say. The storyline is that she's supposed to be a psychic. That's the storyline. Psychic. That is the storyline. She's supposed to be a psychic. But bringing up the ratings, because yeah, I used to watch her. I forgot what channel that was, but oh, yeah, I think it's VH1. No, I'm sorry. But anyway, I used to watch her long back in the day before Big Ann died. Her husband, why, that's why Candy taught. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Telling you the truth, didn't think. Let me talk about you. Didn't think, but Candy and Todd. Neither one of them had loved each other. They was in love, but they wasn't in love with each other. Uh-uh. They was in love, and it's all right. Yeah, let's do it. Todd know good and well he stuck that in that family like a sore thumb. Candy already knew that she was already in trouble. Candy is the type of person will fake it and see could she make it until she finally throw up her hand and say no more. And they was not, even though that you married a person, you love that person, it don't mean that you are in love with that person. That mean that, but it's okay. I can fall in love with him. Yeah, one day I fall in love with him. Dealing fact with Charles and, not Charles, Todd and Candy. They love each other, but they wasn't in love with each other. They was not. And everything based on what they put out here, it was dealing fact with that was focused on their life for to bring up ratings, dealing fact with them. Because Bravo is all nothing about ratings. You got to come on the show and tell them what your storyline gonna be about. And you got to make it real, real funky. But only thing different with Todd and Candy is that it was basic, true, basic with their behavior. Because guess what? You never was in love with each other. What mess has been here? Hold on a second, y'all. I don't know what mess has been here. Okay, I got. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Another moderator, Hannah. Okay. Thank you. That's why with Candy and Todd, that's why that they both had the same girlfriend going on vacation with them. Candy loved it, Todd, but she loved Todd, but she was more in love with money. And her mama was the same way. Is that Candy got this, Candy got that, and all this type of stuff here. Todd and Emo looked family. Todd looked like that he was too good looking in his eyes to be in the family. And them damn auntie, yeah, oh yes they did. And them damn aunties, they was something else. Candy lost a lot, and you know what I mean by lost a lot. Then in fact, they opened a restaurant. That cooking, what they was doing, that what auntie them do cook in the kitchen. It wasn't nothing that you can go out there and open up a whole restaurant with the auntie them to do. No, in food and stuff. That's what we grew up on. That's what we cooked at the family reunion and did in fact with the macaroni and cheese and stuff. Had people there, then wash their hands. They had chicken and bacon out. The back door was open. They had flies all over the food, but still, your candy was still going on, still going on. You got to make up your mind. Yes, you can sing and you can scream, but to me, you was stealing more in not quantity. Excuse me. Candy was spending more on the singing, but also too had the restaurant business like the restaurant gonna do itself. No, it ain't no days like that. And then you could open up stores, but how could you be all at these stores at one time in the studio too? Candy, that was your fault. That was your fault. That was your fault. A good money. Yep, yes they did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no auntie boy, he was here. That was your fault. Candy, you ain't know enough about the business. You were talking, thinking about the recipe that my auntie and my mom, oh, we can, oh yeah, they can cook, but you didn't think out the restaurant business. You thought about the restaurant business, how much it gonna cost to open up a restaurant and where you gonna do it. But no, Candy, is more to that. More to that. You should have got educated. Then the fact that how long that food is going to stay out and all this type of stuff here. But you did not, my God, because you dropped the meat, my baby. How are you? No, I can't drop it on this thing here because I'm doing virtual, my baby. Yeah, I can't drop it here. Oh, boy. Dang, boy, I really want to know. Okay. Um, yeah, this on virtual. I don't know how to drop it. Okay. Can I didn't care if it take you gonna need more than 30 days. You gonna need more than 90 days. Maybe in 6 months, you would got to know that you left too many people in charge to do your job. You should be able to see how to put a thermostat and I put not a thermostat, one of them temperature things. You should be able to know how to put that in the grease and can tell that the chicken is ready to be fried. That was you. Thought so that you can go and sing on the stage and tour. And guess what? I got manager and stuff and run right. And the same old damn manager helped was a part of how your playground got toned down. Because they're manager, why you got that raw meat out there? They was closing. Okay, thank you. Love this, sir. Okay, Nurse Arlene, we're going to do it again tomorrow. Thank you. Did in fact with Candy, you go have to make up. If you, say for instance, I'm going to put it like this. If you are married, you and your husband said, okay, we're going to start planning a family. We're going to do this here. And all of a sudden, you not the mother and wife that he was looking for. or that he wanted because you too busy about your job and about your corner. Yes, money will make you happy, but money also too will make you sad too. Sometimes you like, why is I'm here? Remember, like more money, more problem. Candy, you were making more money. That's why you open up them restaurant and they all was a flop. The department, the health department, come in, the health department, long as that store is open, they can come in there anytime. Yet too much on your plate. Too much on your plate. You can't do everything. That was Auntie them cooking and they recipe. Because let me tell you something. It was so good. Why you didn't have Auntie them in the back with a white coat on? Every time the store is open, the restaurant open, they the manager checking everything. They the head cooker checking everything. Cause guess what? You didn't care. You didn't care. That's what happened to your marriage. Then taking another woman out there for to please you and your husband. Y'all had the most freaky deaky marriage to. I don't know what y'all doing to Atlanta. Maybe that's an Atlanta thing. They had a lawsuit. Somebody was in. Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah. Wow. You know why that you had that lawsuit, Candy? Because guess what? You was so much in love with the money, you didn't care about those folks. You didn't care about them people. And Todd, you the one had this crazy idea. Todd, only thing that you did was a producer, Bravo or whatever you do. Only thing you did was raise your hand to get the people all happy. And it's like, Todd, you wasn't nobody. And y'all stop trying to use those big words that I cannot pronounce. That he went to go. For him to go to school or college, whatever he damn sure turned out to be a damn dummy. Yes, he lived off candy. Yes, he said that he wants some of that. He wants some of that money. He gonna put child support on it. But it was another side. Anybody that can go to the school. Who money was he using? He ain't start going to those script joints like that, spending $5,000 and $10,000 for somebody to shake they stinking ass in his face. Well, who money was it, son? Son, tell me this, Todd. Well, you were going to the script joint, when you was a producer of Bravo. That you had all the money, right? But still, yet, bitch, you go to the script joint, passing out $5,000 and $10,000 a night. Here we is, cannot eat, and y'all take money and bullshit it. Just like that, it ain't nothing to it. When none of y'all ass, only by I know it did in fact with Candy, own that house. None of y'all damn ass don't own shit. Don't own shit. Everything on damn lease. Don't own shit. The whole damn thing with Bravo, all that ain't nothing but a fashion show. They the one on a Atlanta house that brought out all these here fightings out on these shows. What about this here stop the violence? So I'm here to tell y'all today. I see something did in fact with one of those reunion or something. One of them shows somebody gonna take this here to heart and gonna come out with a firearm. Okay. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he had the people get ready for the show. Then they try to set us up. Oh, he did that and that. Um, uh, uh, Todd knew he was too good looking, basically for not so beautiful family. And Mama Joyce always had her nose skin up towards him. But I guess so. I need to say this here. When Sandy was getting divorced, you know what I can imagine what Mama Joyce say? What about the money? You don't give no money. You remember he had a problem during the marriage, wanting to sign that prenup. Then he said that they twisted his arm and they made him do it. No, Todd, nobody twisted your arm. You know that big wedding basically was planned and y'all were going, you going to have friends and everybody going to come out and have a good time. So basically that's what the reason why nobody ain't twist your damn ear. You were ready for the function to have a good time. That's what it was. You know good and well. You love candy? Yes, they did. You love candy. Somebody's getting on it. Yeah. Yeah, Mac, you don't believe that? Yes. But I'm going to tell you this here. Todd and Candy was not in love with each other. They love each other, but they was not in love with each other. But Candy, I want to know how much, for that ugly ass wedding, what I want to know is how much money did Todd put in for the wedding? Because it seems like more to me, Candy, you married Todd. Todd ain't married you. You married Todd. I do believe that Todd said that Candy is hard. Her body is hard. Her body and butt is not no feminine as a woman, feminine soft woman. Yes, he had to talk to another woman, didn't think, but that you can look at that girl thighs and it would look like them thighs was got concrete in them. So Charles was letting his uncle in Chicago help him. Yeah, you know what, Mac? I heard that. I heard that. Todd ain't care about no damn restaurant. He was pinking his money off the damn top. He didn't emo. He didn't like that candy and that. I don't know how I'm saying. He was in love. He loved Candy, but he wasn't in love with her. Candy thought so she could have flipped the script to take out dealing fact, but those what she was going through and her feeling. She the one turned Todd on that all of us should get into bed. And I'm here to tell you right now. I don't care what you say. All of you can get on your scooter and leave right now. But I'm gonna tell you something right here today. I feel that T.I. and Tiny and Candy, they all were playing Monkey and the Boom Bear. That's why that man ain't never buy. You know what? Some men it's okay, but you can go and get your freak on by another woman. They have a problem if you get your freak on by another man. Because what you got me here from. Long as they didn't know that you out with your girlfriend when you going on, y'all gonna take care of one another. Some men would do that, not for to get along, but that's good for them. Cause I don't want to catch you with no man. A lot of women can fool a man with another woman, and that's what did in fact with that scene what we just talking about. Did in fact with allegedly with Oprah and Gail. The man didn't see the married material in her. He know that he was he rather see her happy with her best friend Gail. Then when you get married, the relationship does change. You have to go and honor your husband and all this type of stuff is what they saying. Respect your husband. All that. So if I know that you gonna go and you gonna be good and I ain't gotta worry about you with another man, but I know that you are with Gail. I think so. I put up with Gail. I'm just saying allegedly in my mind. I will put up with Gail. He know that Stephen know that he can't complete. He cannot compete what he can up here. You cannot give her what Gail is giving her. Oprah said that she didn't want to mess up. Reason why she ain't got married to Stephen, that the friendship is so. Friendship is. Why should she get married when she got such a good thing right here? Oprah, go ahead and say marriage change everything. Yes, it do, because you ain't going to be going to Gail house, right? All the time of the night, y'all sleeping over and this, that, and another. Yeah, you get married, something like that. That's when they going to start coming in on you, Oprah. That's when they going to put the light on you or everything based on what you go and do. Because they know it was be a battle between Gail and Stedman. See how that going to roll out. That's why Stedman wonderful thing for you to be happy with your best friend, then to get married, because things do change during a marriage. Then you round here unhappy with yourself. Got all the money in the world. You're not even more happy with you. Till you teaching other people that big bone that if you're not happy with you, this is what you do. But I thought so you were happy with you, Oprah, because you got all the money. You had a trainer. You came out here with a big old child red wagon, nothing but all the fat that came out your stomach. Whatever going on with you. My God, today. She's not happy. If a person basically is taking those shots, but I know, I think so. They say that some of them is for like diabetic or something, that you got high blood pressure or something, and they recommend it. Because Mr. Tim said that. I think Mr. Tim takes it, but I think Mr. Tim is a man that 6'2", a big man. But then if Mr. Tim blood pressure, Mr. Tim was something like that on that. So I'm just he said it in one of his videos. But still yet. Still in fact with their health, people would do it. And people also would do it, because guess what? I don't like how I look, but what they fail to understand, its job is to take you out. That is just an experiment. They just an experiment with that. And they using y'all as the guinea pig to experience. That's what they doing. But I'm telling you today, a year from now, it's going to be a recall. People going to start losing their life. Because once that you start, that's what them folks say out over there through there yonder. Say once that you stop, you got to continue on to do it. You can't play around with weight like that. You cannot. Anytime for you to be 300 pounds and then in a couple weeks you down to 200 or 250. But guess what? Your asses are too damn lazy. You're going to have to help that medication out. First thing, you got to eat healthy. You got to help it out, because you got to exercise. You got to exercise. That means I don't care if you damn walking. Well, walk on. But then if they scratching out that medication, right hand, left hand, kick, yeah, that's what you got to do. Other than that, it's going to be a slow process of seeing that it works. You're going to have to help it out. And one, eating healthy. What is healthy? Not everything that you want to put in your damn mouth. That is what healthy. Not everything that you damn see, you got to eat it up. That is what you call self-discipline. Learn how to say no. Like I just look at some food like it's drugs. Say no to drugs. When you got to start taking needles, dealing back with it, if it dealing back with your blood pressure, something like, so I don't know. We may be looking at saying dealing back with Oprah, with her blood pressure, this, but I don't know if she thinks so that she's fine. Now she out here, y'all. You say from, oh yeah, you're right, man. Now she out here, y'all. Y'all ain't making a. Y'all. She over there trying to sell clothes now. Yeah, she's selling clothes, designer clothes. Yeah, that's what she's doing. She modeling with the clothes on. Oprah, nobody don't want to dress around here like auntie. Y'all, count my word, a year from now, you gonna see that stuff is just an experiment. Why they ain't going experiment on the goats, rats, and all that? Why they didn't experiment? And you can't tell me you don't have no fat rats. Why you didn't do it on there? Cause know why? Cause it's not a human being. It's not a human being. So they take real human, and we gonna do the experiment on it. And no more than what can be the great experience that somebody that you can experience, a person that can lay down, go to sleep, and wake back up. Your experiment, what they doing will be, it gonna work. Long as somebody can wake back up. Long as it ain't making another sick body. Yes, it is. Your body have to keep so much fat in it. It have to. The old folk used to say this here back in the day when they see a baby, ooh, this a fat, juicy baby. Look at those legs, look at those cheeks. And you know what, those baby there, them baby there is hard to get sick. You know why? You know why they so fat? Because they eat up everything. Usually those fat, healthy babies, they don't get sick easy. So basically what I'm saying, dealing back with that shot that y'all getting, they are experimenting on you. You got to help that stuff out. You got to help out. Other than that, it's going to be a slow process. And whatever one that you move the most, you're going to see yourself unbalanced. One of your arms going to fill up with fat, and the other one going to be tight to your skin. You got to, it's just like prayer. I told y'all dealing back with prayer. You sit there with your leg, oh God, Lord, my Lord, mercy, this, that, another. Oh God, this pain, this, that, another. I can't take it no more. Well, go to the hospital. That's what he put man on here. Because you think so he gonna come from heaven just for you? For you to bless you, for you to get up and walk for the back. Honey, you gonna die. You gonna die. That's why you got to get up. Take your ass to the doctor. Because nobody don't know the time, the hour, or the day when he gonna come. That's why he got medical people here to do that until he comes. And if they failed him, they got a tough price to pay. Some of them is paying for it right now in the state penitentiary. So I go to the doctor. Yeah. Oh my God, boy, I'm telling you. Y'all, check out Sylvia Brown. Y'all can patch up this story. Go and look at Teresa. Teresa Hubman put her through something on camera. This woman said she was burning candles on here to see where the woman at. She did that all on show, and did in fact with the line. It came all the proof of that your husband, the one that told you was a fake and you don't know this, that, and other, Teresa. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's gonna be it tonight for story time. I got some more notes of things that I had written down that I had to watch. Y'all be safe. Happy New Week again. And we'll talk later. But y'all, you know what? If in your spare time, let's just go over there. Let's go over it and see exactly. Sylvia Brown, wait. Oh, Sylvia Brown, you dead. So the dead can't talk. But you did enough damn lies. Your own damn lies send you to your damn grave. Because remember now, you said you were going to live till you get 88. But guess what? You live to 77, right? Your own damn lies put you in the damn graveyard. Anyway, y'all, we'll talk later. Thank you. Good night and good morning. Bye-bye.